Hey, I'm Zach, and this is the first mixed reality development update for EXA, the Infinite Instrument. This version of EXA includes an improvement to the SteamVR style of mixed reality. The top right quadrant that provides the alpha information now uses black and white instead of grayscale, so that when you composite everything together, background, webcam image, foreground, that the foreground doesn't look transparent. I also built a custom style of mixed reality, which is what I'm using right now. It takes the video from the webcam and brings it into the app, puts it on a flat plane, cuts out the green screen background in real time, and because the plane is in actual VR space, we can do awesome things like get lighting from the tools or the ringers. Now, because the webcam video is brought into the app, I can do some pretty cool things with it. I'm going to use the camera tool to show you what I'm seeing in VR while I do this. So right now I'm looking at a video monitor, or you could think of it like a large mirror that shows me exactly what the mixed reality video will look like. I can see myself, and I can see what the camera can see, and I can make sure that, for example, all of the instrument that I'm playing is in the shot, or I can position things like the layout menu right here so that it's in the corner of the image. I can make sure everything is composed nicely, and because I'm in a relatively small green screen area, it becomes important for me to be able to, say, position myself to be directly in front of the piano and have things laid out just right. I also want to show you that I can optionally see the plane that is holding on to my image. So that lets you do cool things like mixed reality selfies. So using the camera, I can turn it around backwards to look at myself, come down, and there it is. And the reason I can do that is because my image is on a plane. So I can show you coming from side to side what that looks like as flat Zach. One last thing about this tool. If you hit the A key, you can do real-time alignment to get the video and the controllers to match up. This is the alignment, the rotational alignment between your Vive tracker and the camera itself. So if you squeeze the trigger on your the grip on your right hand, you can twist to move left and right. Can go back and forth to tilt it, or go this direction to move things up and down. It's not the most intuitive thing, but it's really helpful for getting that alignment just right. This build also has some very experimental support for leap motion hands. As you can see, these are very prototype looking hands. We have the top magnetic connector on the index finger and the bottom secondary connector on the pinky finger. The thumbs, as they move towards the palms, function like the trigger on the Vive controller, the Oculus Touch controller. And down at the base of your wrist is a button for performing the teleport. One of the nice things about using the leap motion hands is that it's a little bit easier to play chords on the piano. Let's talk about a few of the improvements that are in this build. The first is that the tools with the white spheres now have lights inside of them. It's a subtle thing, but I think it's a really nice effect when things that appear to be glowing actually illuminate things in the scene. The next is that we can now use the grippers on the Vive controllers or the grab triggers on the Oculus controllers to grab things. Now these work just like the grab tool. You can use one hand or two hands, so you can stretch them, scale them, and you can grab with one hand in the air or two hands in the air and touch on all of the ringers that you want to select to multi-select them. I think this might actually make the grab tool obsolete, but it's still there if you like to use it. I find that the grip grabbing method really speeds up my EXA workflow. Say I've got some loops, or I'm trying to change the sounds of my ringers rapidly. I don't have to keep going back to the grab tool. I can make the selection, go up to the menu, make a change, or move my loop around, and keep going, keep playing. The new loops grid, we have stronger lines on the first beat of each measure, and those lines will change as you change the number of beats per measure on the metronome. You can also see there are labels down at the bottom of the grid that appear every, say, 15 to 20 notes, 20 beats. The loop's duration menu also has a slight improvement where you can simply hold the cursor over the arrow instead of needing to go every single one. You can't see it here, but the controller also now has a slight haptic tap when you make a menu selection, and this menu in particular has a little fix where it now prevents you from making loops that are length 0.